and of course trapeze artists. Stop it, please. Stop it. We don't need circus. This is the life and the school of life. This is not circus, but the University of Life project. It's a very serious international project which is targeted to transform lives. This is not circus. And we were preparing for this presentation very seriously, and while doing so, we were also shocked ourselves by the results it has. You know, University of Life offers a lot of books, projects, which you will now see. The time is going swiftly. Just recently, we were thinking to, how can we find the way to connect with people. Then later on, more mobile phones appeared, then other gadgets, and now we can get through to any person through any device. Because this is the time of speed and acceleration. And can you tell me, do you have time to study? For example, can you allocate 10 years of your life just for education? Do you have or at least 5 years for education? I believe it's very hard to answer this question. To be wealthy and rich is the purpose of many, but no one wants to pay 5 or 10 years of his or her life for that. And this is why self-education is the way out. Let us read the books and attend different trainings of University of Life, and thus we will not need to waste 5 or 10 years of our life. By reading the book, you can make history. And if you don't get self-educated, there will be someone who will influence your life and will lead you in life, not you yourself. And while sitting on the pews here, you are not just an attendee of a certain conference. You are the one who will be able to transform your life and many other lives. You can also become a student of the University of Life project. University of Life offers nourishing life. It will teach you to live creatively and an interesting way. So, and to know how it will be, let us invite Roman Ponomarenko. Give a round of applause. Let us play. Roman Ponomarenko is a creator of intellectual games and a trainer of family relationships, creative thinker. He is married, has 2 children. He lives playing games. He can find any solution through games and can find any decision. Let us play. Let us stand up. Okay, let me suggest playing one very interesting game. This game is for attention. The person who will fulfill my tasks correctly is a good girl or good boy. So let us stand up now and let us play such a game. So you have 3 attempts. Just repeat after me. And repeating after me, you should learn something new. So you have 3 attempts. Repeat after me and show such movements. The opportunities are there. The opportunities are here. I see opportunities all over around. Everywhere around. There is another attempt for you. Now, just imagine that you are the person who sees opportunities all around you. So this is the second attempt. The opportunities are there. The opportunities are here. I see opportunities always and everywhere. And last time, the opportunities are there. The opportunities are here. I see opportunities always and everywhere. So let us now start playing game. Now I will now start repeating the same words but showing different movements, and the one who will repeat the same movements with the same words is a good boy or good girl. The opportunities are there. So I will confuse you with my movements. You should repeat those movements which were before. So the opportunities are there. Opportunities are here. I see opportunities always and everywhere. Who has not made any mistakes? Raise your hand. So please congratulate yourself with the victory. Tell yourself that you are the person who sees opportunities everywhere. Let us repeat. The opportunities are there. The opportunities are here. I see opportunities always and everywhere. Thank you. Roman, I think you look very solid and cannot understand how come you invented such a simple game. What can it give? It gives a good opportunity to spend time, leisure time in a fun way. And during several days, these days, in our cafe, in our social city, I will explain to the foreigners what's going on. Let me explain in English.
Anybody who speaks English here? Just in case you don't fully understand what's going on. Now, in the church here, our goal is to help everybody realize their potentials, discover their gifts, and go into that sphere of life to inherit it, as we say it, or to dominate it, or to win it over for God. So, this is an individual who is using games to conquer the world. So what he does, he takes one of the books that I've written and makes games from them, either card games or table games. All of you know Monopoly? You know the game they call Monopoly? Things like that, games like that. So he develops games like that and releases them to the society, and through that brings people to God, and through the values of the kingdom, bring the values of the kingdom of God to the marketplace. So this is the idea here. Someone that is using his gift and his talent, mathematics, to develop gifts, not like Monopoly for the world, but gifts, games that emphasize the values of the kingdom of God, so that you will play it and then come to God in the process. For example, a game could say, if you live honoring others, you are elevated in life. So you are playing, you think you are playing. So the name of the game could be honor, and when you dishonor, you discover that you lose facts, or you fall down, or you go to jail, or something like that. But when you honor, you see that you become president, or you become a director. So that's what games are, and those are the kind of things he's developing. And that's why he tries to use games to teach us, to communicate to us today that through games we can bring the kingdom of God to reach the world. That's the idea.
So you may find Roman through the contacts on the screen. You can also suggest him your ideas on the games. Thank you very much, Roman. So, Roman, thank you very much. There are $200. And the dollars are fake, of course, because it's a game too. Okay, let us continue. The University of Life is all about the books, first and foremost. It is a totality of wisdom and continuous self-education. You may find new ideas or create them. Everything started from the following. There are different phrases which are already worn out that, you may live your life without mistakes, but it's just delirious. But God's resource is bottomless because He is wise. He makes the earth fertile and the seed to bear fruits. Under the effect of wisdom, everything changes. And this is all about faith. Faith can conquer many hearts and attract, while another one can be sitting on some poor island all alone with a bowl with a hole in it. Education is the light. Absence of education is darkness. The one who understood this will always be ahead. Helen Nismian, poetess and the director of Theater, an actress. You know that every child knows that self-education and education is very important. Do you remember this very famous song? They teach us at school, and we used to listen to this song so many times, and our parents used to say, oh, you have to study a lot and a lot. What is school? School is textbooks, and textbooks is what? It is subjects, mathematics, literature, etc. Guys, what are you holding in your hands? They are the books of University of Life. All people know about these books, and you don't? Even children know about these books. Can you imagine? And if children know, how come we cannot know, being adults? These books are creating bridges between a state and a man, between a man and a husband. Let us cut a long story short. Let us answer the questions. So I will be asking you questions, and you should just name the title of the book where the quote was taken, okay? So the first series of the books from University of Life is dedicated to the relationships between parents and children. So, to whom will your child run for advice if he needs? Which book can answer this question? How can you become a friend to your child? This is the book can become an answer. So question number 2, do you want to receive dividends from the owner to your parents? Of course, the answers for these questions you may receive from the book which is called How to Escape the Biggest Regret in Your Life. Question number 3, how does your attitude to mom and father change your destiny? Yes, this is the book, The Honor is the Way to the Greatness. So, question number 4. When your children were in diapers, they had need in you. And if you find yourself in diapers, how will they behave with you? You know, sometimes when you read the books, you recollect many mistakes of yours and regret about them. So now the books about the relationships between a husband and a wife. So question number 1, divorce. Divorce, is it a sin or not? So which 2 books can help us to solve this question? I think that these are the books. Am I ready to marry a woman and how to become a good wife? Question number 2. Who is the father? The one who gave birth or the one who brought up? So the answer can be found in the book How to Become a Good Father. I Am a Man. You know, many women want to get married to become happy, and when they get married, then they ask the question, what happened? I got married, why am I not happy? So which book will help women not to ask these questions? Absolutely right. How to become a good wife and how to marry a man successfully. So question number 4. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, or that is absolutely wrong path, right? So the answer to this question can be found in the book Hooray, I'm a Woman, the benefits of unmarried women. So, you know, through my experience, I may say that the way to the man's heart is somewhere through the stomach. By the way, we are vegetarians. We eat only raw foods with Helen. So now the series of books dedicated to the personal growth. Why do we need you? So the answer to the question you may find in 2 books, which is called There is a Man and There is No a Man. I'm a man. Am I a personality? So, the second question, why do you live? So, such a simple question, but not many people know the answer to it. So, and the answer to the question is in 2 books. You know, the answer to the question can be found in the death. You know, only, you know, imagining that tomorrow I can die, we can find the answer to this question. Question number 3. To have several red diplomas and receive salary of the street janitor. So the book which will help you to deal with this problem is called From Janitor to President. So now the questions are dedicated to the success. You have read another bestseller about the success and still feel yourself a loser. Is this familiar to you? Does this ring a bell? So the books which will help you to deal with this question is called Why Wasn't I Lucky, or Who Are Lucky in Life? And another book is Guide to the Great Life. You know, the foreigners envy the Russian speakers because all the books are available only in Russian. You know, Pastor, there are also multiple books which are only in English, so we may organize an exchange. They translate into Russian, we translate it to English. So next question. Do you dream to become rich?
Не быть успешным —
And
это
what
грех,
for?
и не быть великим — это
So the answers for this
преступление. И книга «Ты уже
questions you
богат»
may find in
помогут
two
нам
books which
найти
are
ответ
called
на этот вопрос. А для
Don't
чего
Be
же нам
Great
быть
Person,
богатым?
and being not a great
Сейчас,
person is a
читая
sin,
следующий вопрос, я вспомнила, знаете, бывает,
and
люди
not being a
аллилуйя,
successful person is
аллилуйя,
also
молятся,
crime.
молятся, и ничего не происходит. И
And
Бог
these are
стоит
two
вежливо и
books
говорит,
which may
вообще-то вера
help you
без
to
дел мертва.
understand
И вот
the
именно об этом следующий
answer
вопрос.
to this
Вы такие
question.
хорошие,
So the question number
праведные,
3
но
is,
почему же
you're so
тогда вы
good
не у руля?
and so
Я уверена,
right,
что этот
but
вопрос
why are you
приходил не в
still
одну голову.
not
Почему же мы не у
at the
руля, если мы
wheel?
такие классные,
Why
свет этому
do you
миру?
not lead
Что
your
нам следует
life?
прочесть?
So which book should
Кто
we read
побеждает
then?
в жизни, будь первым, а не последним. И, соответственно,
Why
ответить на вопрос,
do
почему
we
мы не
not
всегда
always
побеждаем
win in
в жизни.
life, and who wins in life? These
Серия
two
книг
books
о духовном
can
росте.
answer the question.
Почему, зная, что мы цари,
Next category of
продолжаем
books
оставаться рабами?
on spiritual growth and development.
Почему,
Why do we
зная,
continue
что
to be
мы цари,
slaves, even though we know
священники,
that we are
мы
kings?
остаемся рабами? И книги «Иллюзия занятости»,
And the
почему
books where you can get these answers
шахматистов?
are The
Два слова
Illusion
о
of
религии.
Employment.
Мы думаем,
Why
что
chess players are respected.
религиозные, лидеры или священники, они были только в Ветхом Завете, ходили в больших таких
And we
шапках,
think
наверное, там, с
that
каким-то
big people in
орденом.
religion,
На самом деле
in history, they
религия
always
может
had
войти
like
в
their
каждый дом.
big
Если
hats,
вы
their
привыкли ужинать вместе и
amazing
не сказать друг
garments,
другу
but
спасибо,
that's not
и не
true.
порадоваться,
Religion
что у вас
was
есть
in
это,
every
и не
home,
возблагодарить Бога,
because if
вы
you
стали
were
религиозным
at home and you
ужином.
didn't even
И
say
тем
thank you for
более
your food,
религия
you'd be punished by your
охотно
parents.
входит в духовную жизнь
Religion
человека.
plays in every
И вот
part
как
of a
звучит
human.
следующий вопрос.
So,
Почему,
question number
зная,
2.
что мы цари, мы остаемся рабами? Религия
No,
делает
the same
царей
question.
рабами.
Why do we
Чтобы этого
continue
не
to being
случилось с
slaves,
нами, мы
even
должны
though
ответить себе,
we are kings?
прочитав книгу «10 вопросов
And in
Владимиру
order
Познеру»,
to
и всем
get the answer for
думающим
this, you
людям.
got to read
И что
the
со
book
мной
10
будет после смерти,
questions
или как
to
победить
Stephen
страх
Hawking.
смерти?
А вот следующий вопрос звучит так.
And this is the
Когда
next
же
question.
наконец-то начнется нормальная жизнь?
When does when does a normal life finally begin?
Начнется та нормальная жизнь, о которой мы
That
ищем?
normal life that's so evasive but we always wish for.
Книга
And you can get the
«Жизнь
answer for
была
this in the
завтра»,
book
и
Life
вторая
was
книга
yesterday.
«Чего же мне не хватает для
What am I
полного
not?
счастья» поможет
What am I
нам
missing
найти
for
ответ
complete
на
happiness?
этот вопрос.
They will help us find the answer
Бывало
to
ли у
this
вас такое
question.
состояние, что вы задавали себе вопрос? Я не понимаю, что со мной не так?
Have you ever been in this situation where you ask yourself,
Что со
I
мной
don't get
не
what's
так?
wrong
Я
with
не
me?
понимаю.
I don't
В чем
understand.
дело, а?
What's wrong?
Что же со мной не так? Я так сказала? Правильно, конечно, я так сказала. Потому что мы все задаем себе этот вопрос.
Yes, I asked it
Мы же не
because
играем
we all
в
ask
угадайку.
ourselves
Конечно,
the
мы
same
задаем себе
question.
этот вопрос, так с какую же нам книгу следует
So,
читать?
what question should we
Что
read?
же со мной не так? И следующая серия книг о государстве.
And the
Я
name of the book is What is Wrong with Me? Next category
продолжаем
of books
обсуждать
is
политику
society.
на кухне. Ну, конечно, это самое стратегическое
So, the question,
место, где
do
мы
we still
обсуждаем
continue to discuss
вопросы
politics in the
государственной
kitchen?
Могу с вами
Because that is the
поспорить,
most
а еще есть
obvious
места на лавочке
place
попкорна.
where you
Беспокоит состояние
discuss
страны.
about politics. Well, I can argue with you
Что же
that
почитать
you can also
нам
debate
в этом
on the
направлении?
bench right in front of your house. Are you worried
Как
about the state of
возродить
your
страну?
country? Well, you can get
7
answers from
чудес
this in the
социализма.
book How to Revive a
Что мы
Country
потеряли
and
с
7
распадом,
Wonders of Socialism.
Союза, Советских Социалистических
Next question.
Республик, или чего
What did
нас
we lose with the
лишили?
collapse of the Soviet Union? Or
Ценности,
what were we
которых нас
deprived of?
лишили.
The book
Изменить
Values
страну
which we were
или
deprived
начать
of.
с себя?
Question number
Вот
3.
иногда мы хотим изменить страну. Все-таки все
Should we change our country or should we start with ourselves?
Зарплаты повышаются,
Because
денег
sometimes
не
it
дают,
seems like the country is in such a
уменьшаются, а
bad
цены повышаются,
state
да,
because
денег не
the
хватает,
prices
всё
of
плохо,
things go up, but
надо
the
что-то
salary goes
менять.
down.
Президент
Something
не
needs to be
такой,
changed. The president is wrong,
правительство не
government
то.
is
С
not
чего же
right.
всё-таки начать?
So,
Себя
what
или
should I
со
start
страны?
with? With myself or with the
Ну, все
country?
хотят менять страну, и хотят
Everybody wants
менять
to change the
соседа.
country.
Но
Everybody wants to
оказывается,
change their
ключ в том,
neighbor.
чтобы начать
But
менять
the
себя.
key is you have to
Как
change yourself.
стать европейцем?
And
И именно
the
это
name
и
of the book
есть
is How to
личность
Become a
здорового общества,
European.
когда я отвечаю в первую очередь, и,
And
может быть,
that
даже иногда в единственную, за себя.
is a sign of a good society, when you can answer for
Великие
yourself.
люди.
But what do the great
Но они
people
почему-то
say?
великие.
Very
Книга
great.
это небольшой инструмент,
And the book is just
приводящий
a
в
little
действие нашу
tool
способность мыслить. То есть
that
это всего
helps
лишь
us to
инструмент,
think.
который приводит
It's just a
в
tool
действие
that
способность
causes
мыслить,
us
которая
to
есть у
think.
каждого человека.
And because
Это
everybody has the ability
двигатель
to
мысли,
think.
помогающий
But
бороться
these books,
с
they help
нашей умственной
to start the
ленностью.
fire in you.
Эмиль Фаге, писатель, французский критик и историк литературы.
That's what Émile
Вовремя
Faguet says, a
прочтенная
French writer
книга
and critic.
– огромная удача.
Reading
Она
books is
способна
a
изменить жизнь,
great opportunity.
как не
It
изменит
has
ее
the
лучший друг,
the
наставник.
ability
Друзья,
to change
если
your
вы
life better
еще
than your
все-таки
best
верите
friend.
в удачу,
So if you still
приобретите
live in
книгу,
luck
и она станет
and
вашим
success,
настоящим
please
другом
get this
и
book and to
наставником.
become your best
Это
friend
высказывание
and
Петра
boss.
Андреевича Павленко,
This
писателя и
was
сценариста.
written by
Книги лучшие друзья,
Russian
к ним можно
writer.
обращаться во все трудные минуты
A book
жизни.
has all the
Они
answers.
никогда
You can always
не
turn to it
изменяют.
because the
Альфонс
answers
Даде,
never change.
французский романист и
A
драматург.
French, said by a French
Поэтому, если,
romantic
Господи, дорогие
novels.
друзья, приобретите книгу,
So
она
if
вас
you really
никогда
want answers,
не
please buy these books.
Ну что ж, а сейчас
Well,
душ, потому что
now
на эту сцену
it's
выйдут представители, вернее, руководители
for
всех отделов
the directors of
университета
all
жизни.
the
Приготовьтесь
spheres of
увидеть
University
чудо,
of
потому
Life.
что мы,
Get
готовясь,
prepared
были
to see a
действительно
miracle
потрясены той
because we were
огромнейшей
so
работой, которая происходит
amazed at the amazing
рядом,
work
а кто-то
that is done
несчастный
near
с
us.
дырявым ковшом может остаться на бережочке. Я рада, что в этот момент
And
мне
I'm just
удалось
glad
узнать
that I
о
was
том
able to find
волшебстве,
out
не знаю, чуде,
about
которое
this
происходит рядом со
magical
мной. Итак, под ваши
craziness that is
аплодисменты
happening around
выходят
us.
руководители
So,
отделов.
under your round of applause, here
Итак,
they
мы с
come.
вами находимся в мире
And here we are
университета
in the
жизни.
world of the University of
Наши
Life.
сегодняшние гости
Our
это
guests
люди,
today are
которые
people
из книг создают новые
who, from
идеи.
books, create new ideas.
И мы уже этими инструментами
And we
влияем
use
на
these
весь
instruments to
мир.
influence the whole
Кто-то
world.
эти книги редактирует,
Some of them edit these books,
и там целый коллектив
and there's a
занимается
huge
этим. Кто-то создает
board
из
that
книг
works with this.
игры.
Some
Вы
people
уже
create
это
games
видели.
from this,
На
and you've already
сегодняшний
seen it.
день более десятка игр
And on
могут
this day,
радовать и
we
учить
already have
нас.
over 10
Кто-то
games that will help
проводит
us.
тренинги, и
Some people, they
целая
have
команда
trainings,
тренеров обучает людей
and
в
a
разных
whole team of
странах мира.
trainers
Вы
train their
великие люди,
trainees
можно
in different
подойти к вам
countries.
поближе?
So could you come
Это
closer to us,
честь
you
для
great
нас.
people?
А среди них есть те, кто на основании книг создал целый
And
онлайн-проект.
another person
И
has created a whole online
практически
project
каждой
with videos
Друзья,
on
на
basically
секундочку.
every
Видеообзор
country. Can you imagine
практически
that?
каждой
A video
книги. Мы
review
знаем
on
уже,
basically
сколько
every
написано
book?
книг.
You already know how many books Pastor Sunday has written.
Или, например, проект библиотека
Or
каждый дом.
maybe a
Кто
project
слышал
of
об этом?
library in
Для
every
начала
home. Who has heard
книга,
about that?
а потом почитали и захотели открыть
It's how
библиотеку. И
they
мы
just
знаем
read a
такого
book,
человека.
they really
Мало
enjoyed
того,
it,
этот
wanted
человек
to open a
открывает в
library,
ваших домах
and boom,
библиотеки.
that's
Кто
a
еще пока не
whole
знает, это просто вы не
movement.
столкнулись с этим человеком.
If you don't know about it,
А вот
you
смотри,
haven't met this
Елена,
person.
например, как вам личный тренер?
А вот это
But
вообще
how would you
очень
like a
интересно.
personal trainer?
Личный тренер,
Personal
которого не
trainer
нужно кормить,
that you don't need to
который занимает в вашем доме 20 квадратных сантиметров.
Всего
that you
лишь.
don't need to
С ним
feed,
не нужно
and he only
ссориться
takes
или
20 square
мириться.
centimeters in your house.
Он
You
работает
don't
на
need to
вас. Это
fight with him, and it works for you.
который
It's a
каждый
daily
день
planner
учит вас,
that
направляя
teaches
по
you
схематичному маршруту.
and
Как вы понимаете, книги
directs your
университета
path.
жизни – это матрица,
As you know, the
долгоиграющий
University of Life
процесс. Это то,
is
что
like a
включает,
matrix.
как мы
It's
выяснили,
something that
способность
opens
мыслить.
up your
Ну что ж, друзья,
thinking.
сейчас внимание на
So,
экран.
attention to the screen.
Региональный пастор Волынской
Regional
области.
pastor,
Ой,
Интереснейший,
Pastor
увлекательнейший
Natalia.
проект.
University
Не
of Life is a
знаю,
great project.
Получается, у кого-то из вас
I don't know if
когда-нибудь ощущать
any
себя
of you
частью
have
чего-то
ever been able to
большего, чем
experience
ваша жизнь.
being greater
Когда вы
than
понимаете,
your whole
что
life. when you understand that today you are affecting or you're helping be a part of history, this project, it teaches me or shows me what it means to be part of history. Because I understand that all these programs that are being filmed, all these videos that are being filmed, they will remain even though we will be gone. And the first video was just like experimental, many retakes, lots of works, because it wasn't working out to put this all together, to put the sound, the video, the design of the room. It was all very complicated. And we showed Pastor Sunday the first videos, and he helped, he told us what to correct, and then he inspired us greatly. I'm very thankful to my team, the people who have been with me through a lot. And us 10 people, we have just been connected by one goal, and all these people, each and every one with their responsibility, their talent, their love to God, and their sacrifice, it helps this project a lot. I understand that people like God, and it's just huge happiness to know that you are doing what you're supposed to do. People who haven't experienced this, they'll never understand, because it's a great feeling when you're doing something that you know you're supposed to do. There's no greater feeling. And these are the members of the team.
Eugen Слюсарь, Владимир Беляцкий, Татьяна Грисюк, Инна Белинская, Назарий Кочур, Алена Мороз, Сергей Мухин, Татьяна Евтушек. A full version of the film you may watch on YouTube TV channel, YouTube channel, which you see on the screen. So for you to understand why you are clapping, you know, there are already 1,500 videos on University of Life books. You know, I'm an actress on a TV channel, so I know what it is. And your task was, her task was just to shoot 1,000 videos, because I promised to give a grant of $100,000 to the one who will shoot 1,000 of videos on University of Life books, and she even overdid her job. So therefore, you know, for you to be encouraged and propelled to fulfill this target, so no one can believe that. So no one can believe that such a grant can be given to a person. And this is a problem of our country, that we all dream to receive some money, but no one wants to work. But not in this very case. Pastor Natalie, you are such a role model for all of us. Well done, well done. Thank you very much. Have you noticed that all genius things are created at the table with cookies and tea? And of course, there should be the one who took responsibility for a great job. And this is Natalie. She's a regional pastor, a president of NGOs, Volyn and Territory of Life. Your applause to her. Let us greet, let us, you know, make an encounter right here on the stage in the middle. And can you discover your secrets? How did you succeed in this? You know, dear pastor, I'm so grateful to you from the bottom of my heart. I bow before you. because without you, I would not
Если
succeed.
бы не ваша идея,
If not for your
если бы не
idea,
ваше
if
воодушевление,
not for your
если бы не ваше
encouragement,
вау,
inspiration, and
если
wow
бы не ваше
effect, if
принятие,
not your
я бы, наверное, так и
acceptance,
сидела,
I
никогда бы
would
даже не
not be
пересматривая свои ролики
sitting
или свои
like
проповеди,
that,
потому что я всегда чувствовала,
looking through my videos
Только
again and again.
Фейсбука, пока она говорит, вы
While
посмотрите
she,
эти все ролики.
while she is speaking, can you show her videos on the
поэтому,
screen, please?
когда мы приняли этот,
Yeah, therefore,
мы приняли
when we
это
received this challenge,
предложение, для нас
this
это было, у меня уже было
offer,
это в сердце, я хотела это
I
снять,
had this in my heart already. I wanted to shoot videos on University of Life
на
books.
сегодняшний день мы
And to
проработали, мы
date,
ровно год проработали.
we have worked a year already, and for a year we have created 1,500 videos. Pastor Natalie, don't be offended, but just you are a really hard-working person. You work
Это не по 2 минуты.
as hard as a horse,
Нет, больше 5, 7, 10 минут.
So,
1500. Это сколько дней?
can you imagine that each video takes 5-7 minutes? And if she could, or if she had done even one video per day, there had to be only 365 videos only. But she was shooting more than 4 videos every day. I think that she succeeded not only because she is beautiful, but she is industrious person. If she was sitting at home on her sofa, she wouldn't succeed. But you need to lift your bottom and start working. Dear friends, have you ever had such a desire to shoot videos with you as a presenter on different topics? Have you ever had such a dream? Wave your hand if so. Don't be shy. Okay, so I see some people here who really dream to have own videos, but why do you still not have your own videos? Why? Because you did nothing. Therefore, I want to inspire you through her example. We should learn a lesson from her experience. Just take, an advantage and do something. So how many views are there on YouTube? 500,000 of views for a year. It's just for a year. Hallelujah. Because there was only one woman who decided to move on and to do something. Yeah, we have 1,500 followers who subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have only 700 and you outstripped me. Yeah, Pastor, I believe indeed into the hard work. We thought that we will shoot maximum 10 videos, but then we shot 43 for one, say, day. And every day we work over 8 hours every day. Of course, if we count preparation and rehearsals, it will take more hours, of course, but we may start in the very early morning and then finish at, the midnight or after midnight. And can you imagine that I was talking all these hours? Can you speak for 6 hours non-stop? Huh? I believe that you sanctified. I believe that the word sanctify is correct in this context. Think that you sanctified 43 books with your videos, basically. I don't know, honestly. I'm afraid of asking other questions.
миллион вопросов. Мне хочется
because
побежать
I
за
have
вами и
millions of
спрашивать,
questions. I
как он
want to
этого
run
доходит.
after you
Я тоже
and just
немножко
ask one
делаю,
question.
но я
How did you
понимаю, что
do
это
this?
трудно.
How? Tell me.
Пастор
Это
Наталья,
качественно.
поверьте, что то, что она говорит, она профессионал.
You
Она
know,
very
Helen,
Она
the
актриса.
MC on the stage,
Профессионал.
she
И она
is a professional actress, a TV worker, and she
И тот
knows what she
уровень, на
says.
котором это
And the
сделано,
level
и та
on which you have shot
по-актерски,
the
я
videos
советую
is
вам.
very high. I put the A grades
Придумаем для
for
вас
you,
награду
and we
от семьи
will
Григорьевых,
maybe
потому что вы наш
create
пример. Мы
a
тоже
sort of
делаем,
Oscar
но
for
мне,
you.
глядя на вас, хочется делать гораздо
You know,
больше.
looking at your example, I want to do more. Dear Pastor, thank you very much. You are my spiritual father, and you will be always my spiritual father. Thank you very much for your abundant love and for the standards and heights you show. Thank you very much that you allow to be near you. Thank you that I can learn from you. To date, I don't have questions, and for the next year, this year, I have a lot of books to cover with my videos. I think that you started working faster than me. Seems I publish books slower than you shoot your videos. You know, usually people complain that they don't manage to read the books when another one appears. And you know, Pastor, when I finish shooting the videos, I will come to you for the next task. You know, you spurred me to think what task to create for you because you're successful. Thank you very much. We're proud of you. I will explain for
This is
foreigners
another
in
example
English.
of how people could discover themselves, their gifts and their uniqueness to take the kingdom of God and advance it. What is happening here is that she knows that she has the look and the physique and she has the beauty, but she wants to be able to sell that without corrupting herself. So the idea she came up with is to be doing video clips, with values, with messages that would change lives of people. So she decided to just be doing video, shooting herself. Then she came together with it. She came up with a team, and together with a team, just in 1 year, they have been able to produce 1,500 videos, and that's like 3 videos a day because a year is only 365. So it's and she's a pastor still, and she's still working, and to be able to do that is just incredible. And they've been able to, in 1 year, influence. Listen, you can't believe it. In 1 year, 500,000 people, 500,000. Just one little lady that decided to act. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Но, пожалуй, у меня появился вопрос.
I've got a
Вот у нас у
question
всех
to you
головы,
anyway.
в которых у некоторых есть мысли.
You know,
И если нам
some
приходит какая-то
thoughts
интересная
sprang into our
мысль,
minds, I
как
believe,
ту
here.
или иную книгу, вот какой-то сюжет,
If you
как
have a
осветить ту
book
или
or
иную
if you
книгу,
have some
как мы можем с вами
script,
связаться,
how
найти вас в
can we
интернете,
contact
или
you
просто обратиться в
to
университет жизни.
shoot a video on the script we create? So you may find a contact of Pastor Natalie in the office of the church
789
or on the website.
15 94 095 789 15 94. Наконечная Наталья. Спасибо вам.
So my name is
Спасибо,
Natalie
Наталья. Вы
Nakonichna. Thank you very
доказали
much
нам
for your
смысл
attention.
песни,
Thank you,
потому что
Natalie.
нельзя быть
You
на
know,
свете
you
красивой
proved
такой. Вы
that
доказали,
life has a
нельзя быть
sense.
просто красивой, нужно
You
при этом быть
proved
еще
that
и умной.
beauty is nothing comparing with hard work.
Ну а следующий проект,
And the next
следующий
project,
проект это
The next
тренинги.
project
И я представляю Елену Белову.
is all about
Это
trainings,
руководитель
and
отдела
Helen
тренеров
Belova,
университета жизни.
head of
За 2
department
года
dedicated to
проведено более
training
300
sessions,
тренингов.
will present
Обучено
this
более 1000
division.
слушателей.
So she trained more
Это
than
сертифицированный
1,000
коуч, региональный
trainees.
тренер проекта
She's a
«Бог в Украине»,
regional
консультант,
trainer
супервизор социальных
and
программ,
consultant
психолог,
and
президент
psychologist and
Всеукраинской
president
общественной
of
организации
All
«Социальное
Ukrainian
взаимодействие».
NGO,
Елена
which is
Белова,
called
еще раз ваши
Social
аплодисменты.
Collaboration. Give a round of applause.
Я задам вопрос.
Yeah, let me ask a question anyway. This is my
Ну,
business.
вопрос банальный,
A
но он
question
стал
is
мучительным.
really
А зачем,
banal and
собственно,
trivial.
нам нужны тренинги?
Why do we need so many
Привет,
trainers?
добрый день всем, и я тоже очень благодарна пастору
I'm
за то, что
really,
он
really,
действительно помог
really
мне
grateful to Pastor
реализовать свой
Sunday that he
потенциал, те
helped me
знания,
to
которые я
realize my
получила за много
potential,
лет.
and I
Я, вы
have
знаете,
acquired
ощущаю себя
so
действительно тем человеком,
so much
который Бог
knowledge
очень
for these
долго
years
готовил.
as never
Я
before.
в церкви очень давно,
I
да, и
have been
знаю
in the church
многих
for many
из вас,
years,
и
and I know
здесь,
many
в
of you.
университете жизни, благодаря пастору, я
But
действительно
here in
открыла свой
University of
потенциал на
Life,
том уровне,
I
ну,
discovered
на котором,
my
может
inner
быть, я не могла
potential
сделать этого раньше.
and
Спасибо вам, пастор, я
realized it.
действительно
I
благодарна.
bow
И
before
отвечаю
you,
на
thank
вопрос,
you. And
что же,
answering
для
this
чего же нужны наши
question, let me
тренинги?
say
Наши
that
тренинги на
why do we
самом
need
деле
trainers?
приносят изменения в жизни
Trainers
людей.
bring
То есть это
transformation
практические
into
вещи,
lives of people.
которые люди могут
They bring
осуществить на
practical
тренингах,
things
прочитав
to
книги. Наши
the lives
тренинги,
of
они
people
приносят гармонию в
after
жизнь
reading the
людей.
books of
И причем
University of Life.
гармонию во всех
They can
сферах
bring
жизни. И
harmony
наши
to
тренинги, я считаю, что
multiple
это
fields
самое
of life.
важное.
And I
Они
believe
помогают людям
that
принять новые истинные
these books
ценности.
can help to
А как же
receive
быть ленивым?
new
Ну вот
and
сейчас время такое,
real
у всех
values of
хватает
life.
времени. Это тренинг, надо идти на него.
Да. Я предлагаю ленивым
Yeah, what about the
обратиться к
lazy
нам, ко
people
мне и к
who
моей
don't like
команде, и
studying?
мы
You know,
поможем
lazy
вам
people, come
создать
on,
вот
come to
такие
me.
чудесные
We will
пособия.
help
Причем
you
вы
to
сможете
create
сами написать
such,
свои тренинги,
you know,
вы сможете
easy,
участвовать в тренинге для
streamlined
тренеров, но и также
textbooks
мы можем
which,
написать для
you know, will
вас
help
эти
you to
пособия
develop.
под ключ. То есть это тренинг, по которому можно
And,
вот
you know,
это
we will
пособие
also
можно взять.
create training, which
Этот тренинг
will,
можно взять
you
и
know,
полностью
which you will be able to present everywhere you wish.
Покажем вам сейчас эти
So on the screen,
Да, мы сейчас
entrepreneur
создали
is
уже
the
10
creator of
пособий
his
по
own
книгам. То
future.
есть планируется по каждой книге,
The book
это
is called
будет цикл
The
тренингов,
next
как
book.
целая
Where can
программа.
we
И
receive
вот у нас
money,
для ленивых
or
есть
where
такое
can we get
предложение.
money
Мы
for our
можем помочь
dream?
вам
And
написать,
what is
и
dream
можем написать за
for?
вас.
Подождите,
So,
нам ленивым не нравится, когда нас
we
называют
are
ленивыми.
lazy people, and lazy people don't
А
like
мы
when they are
занятые
called
люди. Вот
lazy.
занятые люди, это
So,
для нас.
of course, for busy people,
Хорошо,
hardworking
спасибо.
people, these
И
books are
Показывайте
nice,
дальше по
you know,
экрану, пожалуйста, эти книги разные.
words. But
Кто там
anyway,
показываете?
let us show the names of the books. I'm a man. Am I a personality?
Я бы хотела еще добавить, что
The
на самом деле
bride
создавать
you
тренинги
can
это
envy.
очень просто. И те, кто учились у
So
меня,
the one who
пожалуйста,
studied
можно?
at
Кто
my
учился у меня,
trainings
тренеры? Есть здесь, да?
may
Я думаю, что вы
prove that it's
подойдете к
very
ним и
easy to
узнаете,
become a
что на самом
trainer
деле тренинги университета
because the
жизни это
trainings of
просто,
University of
практично
Life
и
are
профессионально.
easy, practical, and
Спасибо,
professional.
Елена.
Thank you very much, Helen.
Спасибо огромное.
Thank you very much.
Для иностранцев.
Let me
Елена
explain
потрясающая,
for foreigners in English
невероятно.
language.
За год
For a
1000
year, she
тысяча
trained
тренингов.
over
Вы даже не знаете, что
1,000
это такое.
trainees.
Кто
Can you
вообще
imagine that?
проводил
Who
или
has
проходил
ever dealt with
тренинги
this
когда-нибудь?
area? Wave your hand,
Теперь
please.
представьте себе
Who has ever
1000
dealt
за
with
2
the
года. Это
trainings?
500 в год.
Can you imagine that you
Это
can hold
просто
maximum 500
потрясающе.
trainings per year,
просто
but she
горжусь этой командой.
overdone
Я
it.
просто
Even
горжусь.
I'm really
You know,
proud of you
и
all.
они
Really,
создают такие продукции.
you
Да?
create
По одному можно
so good projects, so
вот,
good
да, показывайте
textbooks.
их по одному.
Can you
Просто-
show them,
Просто
please?
невероятно, да?
It's incredible
И
things.
300 тренеров
And
подготовлены за 2 года.
So for 2
300
years,
тренеров.
he has certified 300 trainers. So they are
Это
professionals
только
now.
посольство будет такие вещи возможны.
It's
Это
only Embassy of God
реальное чудо.
Church that can create so many
Now, for
things.
foreigners, okay, this is another person that is using trainings, coaching to spread the kingdom of God. So in 2 years, she was able to organize 1,000 trainings. That is amazing. 1,000 is 500 a year. So it's more than once a day. That is amazing. But she's able to do that because she has a team as well. And then they've been able to train 300 coaches and trainers in 2 years. You know, those are the kind of miraculous stuff. individual believers could achieve when you release them and empower them. Hallelujah. Give God praise.
Елена Белова.
Елена Белова.
Спасибо вам.
We just thank you so
И
much.
следующий отдел, который мы хотим
And now the next
презентовать, это
category
отдел работы
is the
с
category
ежедневниками. Я представляю Оксану
of working
Головко.
with
Оксана, предлагаю сделать смелый шаг
With the
вперед,
daily
будучи
planners.
ближе к людям. И
and we just
ответить
applaud
мне
you
на
for
вопрос.
taking
У меня
a
лично
step closer
4
to
дневника.
normal people.
Чтобы найти
So I
информацию,
personally have
я тружусь в
4
4 раза больше, чем люди
planners,
с одним
thus
дневником.
so I can
Я
get
хочу узнать, зачем мне
production
нужен
4
тебе
times
5-й
more.
дневник.
But I want to
Вам
know,
придется
should I get a
сразиться
5th
с
one?
моими 4 дневниками.
Because I already have
Понимаете?
4. Is it enough?
Такой красивый.
Справитесь?
And wow, are you gonna? Can you handle this?
Добрый день, дорогая церковь. Меня
So
зовут
hello,
Оксана, я
dear church.
представляю отдел,
I am in
по
charge
созданию
of
ежедневников. Это
creating these
пастыря, это
planners.
идея пастыря
This is the
Сандрея,
idea of
которую
Pastor
он
Sunday,
доверил,
as he
осуществить
entrusted me
через
with.
меня. Я вам благодарю, пастырь, за
And
то,
I'm
что
very
вы
thankful, Pastor Sunday,
доверяете ценные
that
свои
you
знания, опыт, мудрость, которые мы
would be
уже
so kind
пользуемся в своей
to trust
жизни.
me with this.
И отвечая на ваш вопрос, я
And to answer your
поспорю с
question,
вашими даже 5
I would
дневниками или же
argue for you that you should get the 5th planner. Because going into a store, you can see many notebooks. Red, black, green, no question. But none of them will offer you the point and the goal for each month. Oh, it's not right. This
Это
isn't just,
ежедневник как
this is
персональный
a plan.
тренер.
This
Я
is
говорю
not just
сейчас,
a
что ни
normal
один
notebook.
блокнот из любого
But I'm saying, just
магазина
not,
не
no any
предложит
notebook will
вам
give
цель
you
на каждый
and offer you
месяц.
any goals for any
Ежедневник вам
month.
предложит
This
цель
planner,
на каждый
though,
месяц.
will give
Ни
you a
один
goal for every
блокнот
month.
из магазина
Not any
не
notebooks from the
предложит
store
вам решение дня, какое вы примете для
force you
себя.
to
Этот
make a
ежедневник
decision of the
каждый
day.
день
But
будет
these planners
предлагать
do.
вам решение
It's
дня,
going to suggest for you
цитату дня.
a
Но, более
citation of
того,
the day.
ни один блокнот в
But
магазине не
none of the
подскажет вам,
notebooks in the
что
store
вам
will
сегодня
give you
нужно
advice
сделать,
about what you need to do
чтобы
today
приблизиться к
in
своей
order to be
цели.
closer to
Мне
your
уже
goal.
захотелось его открыть.
Wait,
Давайте.
I already want to open this.
Вы знаете, множество можно говорить об этом
So I can
продукте,
talk a lot about this plan. But I still think that you shouldn't compare this planner with the notebook. You need to compare it with a different planner. Because this isn't just a planner. This is your personal trainer. That is the difference. Because there are no personal trainers. That is the specific
Это не
difference.
просто вот точно скажу вам, в ежедневнике
And I'll
не
tell you
написано
that
цель месяца.
no daily
Я
no
учусь принимать
planners
и любить свое тело.
have written in
В
here.
ежедневнике не
Tell
написано
goal of the month.
победа
I
дня.
promise to
Сколько
love
побед
myself for my body.
мы на самом деле достигаем и получаем
And
каждый
these are all
день.
achievable
Подвиг
goals.
дня. Какая прелесть. Я принимаю свое тело таким, какое.
I accept my body as the
Свой
way it
возраст,
is. My age,
свой цвет волос.
my color of
Это,
hair.
безусловно, действительно
And
ваш
yes, it
персональный
is true. It is
тренер
your personal
на
trainer
каждый день
for
для
every
года
day.
пошаговой работы. Но я могу много говорить, я
And I can say
предлагаю
a
вам
lot,
лучше
but I
один
just
раз
recommend
посмотреть
you
о
to look at
действии
it
этого
once.
продукта.
By looking at the screen. Daily planner of a good wife.
Все не так.
It's
Я
not
ему
right.
об одном, он
I tell him one
ни о
thing,
чем.
but he
Он
tells me
не
nothing.
понимает
He
меня.
doesn't understand
Достал.
me. Ugh, I'm so annoyed at him.
Как я устал на
I'm
сложных
so
этих
tired.
отношениях.
So tired of these
Больно,
relationships. It's
когда тебя не
painful
понимают.
when you're not understood.
Достало.
Ugh, she annoys me so much.
Я попробую.
Well,
Может, не
maybe I should
поздно все
try.
изменить.
Maybe it's not too
Я
late to fix
хочу
everything.
любить.
I really do want to try to love. Daily planner of a good wife. Opening up this planner, you will see goals for each month throughout a year and assignments for every day. This planner has interesting citations of great people that will inspire you. All your achievements you write in a
Вам будет
page
легко,
of your
просто и
wins
увлекательно
at the
выполнять
end of
предложенные
each
вам
month. It
задания.
will be easy for you
Все
to
уже
complete your
написано
assignments.
для вас.
Everything has been written
Ежедневник
for you.
– это путеводитель для того,
This
чтобы
planner
создать в себе
has been
новые
made in
качества.
order to
Работать с ежедневником
give you new
увлекательно
traits.
и
It
интересно.
is very
Вы
interesting
легко
to work with
достигнете
this planner,
желаемой цели.
and you will easily achieve your goals.
Super, super.
Super, super.
Пастырь, это подарок для вас.
And Pastor, this is a gift for you. Wow, the
The
video was amazing. All
All
these videos that are being shown today, the quality is just so high.
Наталья?
And is this one of your
Нет, это
videos?
наше видео.
No, this is ours. This is our own department, and we can make our own
Это
video.
видео, которое мы снимали на протяжении последнего месяца
And we
работы.
have been filming
Мы
it
хотели
for a
создать
month now.
социальную рекламу
We
для
wanted
этого
to create a
персонального
social
дела.
advertisement for
Мы
this
хотели
planner.
показать, что
We
если
wanted
ваши
to show
отношения где-то
that
нарушены,
if your
если вы не
relationship
знаете,
is ruined
где
somewhere,
выход,
if you don't know
всё
where
очень
an
легко.
exit is, it's very
Беря
easy.
этот персональный
Just
тренер
take
в
this
свои
personal
руки,
trainer into your hands. And us men, we're already jealous because we want one as well.
все уже
We're waiting for
предложено
one.
для вас. Поэтому,
Everything
если вы
is there for
захотите
you.
приобрести этот
So,
ежедневник,
if
если
you
вы
want
будете
to
видеть в
purchase
соцсетях
this planner,
рекламу, эту рекламу
and if you see
социальную
this
этого
advertisements
персонального
around,
тренера, распространяйте,
please spread it,
перепостуйте, делайте
repost
какие-то
it on your
комментарии,
social
позвольте миру
networks.
увидеть этот продукт. Я
Let
благодарю
the
вас,
world
пастор,
see
за
it.
эту работу,
I
за
thank you
доверие,
for
которое вы
this
явили
trust
в
you've
мою
given to
сторону.
us.
Спасибо вам большое.
How many
За год мы
planners are there?
создали 24 вот таких персональных
So
тренеров.
in a year we've created 24 types.
Есть персональный
So
тренер,
there's
как
a
стать
planner,
европейцем. Есть
how to become a
персональный
Ukrainian,
тренер, где взять
a
деньги на
planner,
свою
how to
мечту,
get
как
money for
сформировать
your
стержень в ребенке, как удачно выйти замуж.
future,
Есть
how to
персональный
discipline your
тренер,
child, how to
ты уже богат.
marry
Есть
a
персональный
man, the
тренер
right man,
сборников президента.
how to
На
become
22
from
книги
janitor to a president. On 23 books of University of
И мы
Life, we have
далее
planners.
работаем. Поэтому, если вы
And we
хотите
continue to
создавать
work.
уникальные
So if
продукты,
you want to
обращайтесь
create
ко мне. Спасибо
unique
большое.
products,
Тетя, вы
please
знали
speak
об
with me.
этом?
Guys, did you know
Мы
about that?
живем рядом, все в одном доме.
We all live
И
in
мы
one
не
home.
знали, что такое
And we didn't
чудо
know that
22
there's such amazing
продукта,
thing
которые
that there are
помогут в любой
24
ситуации.
products that will help with any
Оксана.
situation. Thank you
Ваши
so much,
аплодисменты,
Oksana.
это вся
Give them a
университет
round of
жизни.
applause. This is all
А
University
я
of
бы
Life.
хотел просто отметить, дорогие мужчины, если
I
вы
just
все-таки
want to
решитесь
say
подарить
For all
женщинам
men, if you really want to give this to them
как
as a
стать
gift,
хорошей женой,
how to
будьте
become a good
очень
wife,
чувствительны
be
и
very
проницательны.
sensitive and sincere about it.
Много книг.
And there are many books.
Вопрос
The
возникает, как
And the
пастор
question
успевает
arises, how does
писать
Pastor Sunday have the
столько
time to
много
write
книг?
so many books?
И на помощь приходит
And here
команда
to the help comes
редакторов.
the team of editors.
Пастор Наталья
Pastor
Коляда.
Natalia Kalida.
Ну и сразу вот вопрос уже
And
озвучил
right
Александр.
away,
Давайте
the question has already been made. Come on, come to the front, don't be shy. Can you answer the question that worries all of us? Even if you don't raise up your hand, you will know. How do you, don't have
Когда
enough
нам
time to
читать
read the
столько
books.
книг?
How can someone have time to
Как
write them?
прочитать? А как же пастор успевает их писать? Я думаю, что
I think
если человек понимает,
that if a
что в
person
книгах
understands
«Библиотека жизни»
that a
заложены ответы на
University
их
of Life
проблемы,
book has
они будут
answers to the
читать.
questions,
Почему? Потому
they will
что
read them very fast.
ведь каждый человек в проблемах
Because
находится,
every
правда?
person has
Проблемы
problems, right?
каждый день появляются
And
в
they
нашей жизни.
arise every
Вот
day.
каждая книга — это ответ на проблему.
And
Кто-то
each book
живет
is an
в
answer to a
проблеме
problem.
год,
So
два,
somebody
три,
lives with a
четыре,
problem for a
пять,
year,
шесть.
2, 3, 4,
И
5
живет и
years.
продолжает жить. Но
And
если
they
бы
continue
каждый
living that way.
месяц человек брал бы
But if
книгу и
every
обрабатывал
month
ее,
a man
он бы
took
занимался
a
над
book
собой,
and
то
worked on it,
проблемы бы решались быстрее.
he'd be able to work
И
on
люди
himself and
становились
the
бы
problems would
счастливее. Именно для
disappear.
этого мы это
People would be happy.
Но вы же
And
не
this is
хотите
why we're
сказать,
here.
что вы только
You don't want to say that it's only you that works,
Конечно.
right?
Я
Of
хочу,
course not.
пользуясь случаем,
I want to use this
сказать
opportunity
и
to say
поблагодарить пастора
and
за
thank
то, что
our pastor for
когда он работает над книгами,
that when
он
he works
одновременно
with books,
поднимает простых людей,
he also
никому не
lifts
заметных,
up
которые
normal
где-то
people.
сидят вот там в зале,
People who are just
где-то
sitting in the
находятся у
hall,
себя дома,
who are just at
в другой
home,
стране, может
maybe
быть,
in a
в другом
different country
городе.
or in a different
И мне
city.
бы хотелось сегодня
And I'd like
зачитать
today
имена тех людей,
to honor
которые
those
трудятся
people
над книгами
who are working at
Университета
the books in
жизни.
University of Life.
Пастор
So,
поднимает нас.
Pastor raises
Через
us,
эти
he
книги
lifts us
команда
up.
редакторов —
And
это
through
те
these
люди,
books,
которых поднял пастор.
we have been
Это те
raised.
люди, которые были никем,
These are people
возможно.
who were basically
И,
nobodies.
но благодаря тому,
But
что
thanks
мы
to
редактируем книги
God and
Университета
Him
жизни, мы
helping us like that,
оставляем наши имена
we
в
leave our
истории.
names in
Поэтому я хочу
history.
зачитать
So I
сегодня
just want
имена
to
тех
read off
людей,
some of
которые
those
трудятся над
names.
книгами. Можете мне помочь?
Пока вы открываете, я скажу.
So while you're opening,
Когда
let me
ты
just say
редакти-
this.
Вот если вы думаете, у вас ничего
If
не
you think,
получится,
oh, I
те
can't do
люди,
anything,
которых- имена которых вы
those
сейчас
people,
услышите,
of
они тоже
those
так
names that
думают.
you're about to
Скажу
hear,
вам больше.
they
Я
thought like you as
редактировала
well.
одну книгу. И вот
And
что я
I
поняла.
edited one
Когда
book.
ты редактируешь
So
книгу,
when you edit one
ты
book,
не просто знаешь эту
you
книгу,
don't
ты
just know this
становишься
book, you
этой
become
книгой.
this book.
Ты в этой книге живешь.
You live in this
А
book.
представьте, пожить в двух, в трех книгах.
And you know how cool it is to live in more
Потрясающая
than one
работа
book?
на самом деле. И
And it's
я
a
хочу
great
как раз
job
сейчас-
done.
Я буду зачитывать имена людей.
And I'll be
Это
reading
люди,
some
которые
names.
сидят рядом с вами
And these
в
people,
этом
they're
зале
sitting next to you in
сегодня. Я
this
хочу,
hall.
чтобы, услышав свое
And
имя,
I
вы
want,
поднялись
if you
и
hear your
стояли,
name, you could
и мы
just
будем
stand up
приветствовать, и благодарить и аплодировать
and we
этим
will
людям.
just give
Итак,
them a round of applause.
Русикова Ирина,
So Irina Rusikova,
Головко Оксана,
Oksana Galko,
Сагни Елена,
Елена Stavsny,
Богдан Лилия,
Bogdan Willia,
Завулька Елена,
Елена
Петревич
Zavulka,
Анастасия,
Anastasia
Садридинова
Zavulka,
Замира,
Zamira,
Еременко Светлана,
Svetlana
Мичик
Zamyorenko,
Екатерина,
Ekaterina,
Кириченко Галина,
Galina Kirichenko,
Быкова Ольга,
Olga Bykova,
Сушко Татьяна,
Татьяна
Самрук
Шишко,
Наталья, Бондарь
Наталья Самрук,
Елена,
Елена Бондар,
Иванюта Александр,
Александр
Лебедева
Иванюта,
Людмила, Кованева Кристина,
Кристина Кованя,
Костина Елена, Плетнева Мария, Астахов Алексей, Щегрин Татьяна,
Татьяна Щегрин,
Завитаева Надежда,
Надежда,
Белозир Анна, Игнатьева Оксана,
Оксана,
Воробьева Александра,
Александра,
Коровниченко Ирина,
Ирина,
Коровниченко Юлия,
Юлия,
Садридинова Умеда,
Тумеда,
Котельникова Алена,
Алена,
Щипаяш Светлана,
Светлана,
Шумовский Ярослав.
Yaroslav.
Давайте поаплодируем,
Let us give them a
поблагодарим
big
этих
round of
людей,
applause and thank them for all their hard work. All these books they saw on the screen today in different spheres of life. These guys have worked super hard on these material.
Они возложены сегодня, чтобы мы могли их читать.
And these books are here so that we can read them.
Спасибо, пастор, что
Thank
вы
you, Pastor
делаете нас
Sunday,
творцами истории.
for
Вы
making us a part of
своими
history.
успехами, своей славой,
Thank
своей
you for
информацией
sharing your
с нами,
success
своими
with us
знаниями. И когда
and
мы
your
работаем над
knowledge.
этими
And
книгами,
when we're
наша
working on
жизнь
these books,
меняется.
our lives are
Мы становимся
changed.
личностями.
We become
Ценности
personalities.
Царства Божьего, они просто
And the
оседают в
values
наших
of God,
сердцах и в наших
they are just
жизнях.
planted
Это
into
реально
our
сильно,
seeds
поэтому
and hearts.
я приглашаю всех тех людей,
So I
которые
want to
хотели бы
invite those
присоединиться к
people
нашей
who would want
команде,
to join our team.
присоединяться к нам. Вы можете нас
You
находить
can
каждый день во
find
время
us every
годовщины
day
здесь.
during the anniversary.
Невероятно.
Спасибо.
That's
То есть, если вы не
incredible.
любите читать
So if you
книгу,
don't
но
like to
понимаете,
read
что
books,
вам
but
всё-таки
understand
не
that
нужно
you still
прочесть,
need
просто
to read these books,
становитесь
just
редактором,
become
вы
part of the
будете
editing
вынуждены
team,
сами стать
and you'll be
книгой.
forced to read them.
Спасибо вам за такие такие мудрые
Thank you for
советы.
such a wise advice. And this is for the English speakers now.
Russian. The last two people who presented, this very last one is the team of redactors, people that editors, we call them editors, people who help me edit my books. So that they work on them because I don't have all the time. So sit down because I have 5 books coming out every month. So I have a team of people that help me with the editing, and that is that team. But the other one before then, the lady with the film, is another team of people writing what we call personal trainers, like personal guide. Like is you be able to walk notebook, but that you make you to work on yourself. Just notebooks that help you to work on your character and for you to develop the necessary virtues in life. Yep.
Целая команда трудится над тем, чтобы
A full
писать
team
эти
works on
книги.
writing these
И
books.
возникает следующий вопрос: как же эти
And
книги расходятся по всему миру? И я
this
хочу пригласить
brings up the
следующего
next question.
руководителя
How
отдела
did these books created
«Книга в каждый
and spread throughout the
дом».
whole world?
Алла Фурман.
And this is the next
Простите, я
project.
не могу не вспомнить
And
фильм.
it is
Помните, был
our
такой «Приключения И»,
Department of
«Операция
the
И»,
Libraries.
«Приключения». Там был такой человек,
And
которому
remember
говорили,
there was
«Тебя
a
зовут
story we
Я».
watched,
Там следующее
the
предложение.
video we watched this
А
morning.
это будете делать? Я. Вот это такой человек. Это
This is the
что-то,
type of
что-то
person
кого-то
who,
падает, она бежит,
whenever there is
поднимает.
something to
Что-то
do,
кому-то
they
нужно
always
помочь,
want to help.
Это человек все во
This
всем.
person knows how to do
Вам
everything.
слово.
Alла,
Проект библиотек. Алла
You are in
Фурман. Ваши
charge of the
аплодисменты.
department of the library, or the movement, University of Life book in each home. We're making this step forward with you.
Алла, вопрос тогда.
So, I have a question.
Сколько же уже есть представительств?
How many representatives there are there
Не есть?
of
О, видите,
of
как
libraries?
человек, Украина, мир, ну, наверное, мир.
So
11
they are in 11 countries.
А всего
Wow.
представительств
What about representatives?
без 15
Я
штук.
посчитала.
Maybe plus or minus 15, about 400.
385
So I'd say 385 representatives of University of Life in this department.
и читают.
People come and read these books. And there are 3,000 libraries at home.
Домашние. Ваши аплодисменты.
Your applause.
Если у меня есть книга,
So if I have a book of University of Life, am I already a library?
то есть я так понимаю, что вы придете к
So
нам.
you can
в
come
любом
to me
случае. То есть
at
это
any
не-
moment. So I can't run away from this. No, this is your personal library, but if you want to be part of us, you can be
То есть,
part of it.
прочитав книгу,
So
вы можете
after a
автоматически
book has been
становиться
read,
библиотекой и
it can
делиться дальше эту книгу. Кроме того, я
be
знаю,
a
что
library right away and
библиотеки
share it with
цена
other people.
немножко другая, чем
And I
потребительская,
think
да?
the price is different.
Все тайны,
Oh,
я
stop
рассказала
saying all the
всю эту
secrets
тайну, которую
of
вы
our
все
library.
заберете к сведению.
Всего библиотек получается тогда.
So, how many libraries are there over? Over 400,000? So there are some libraries that are the classic ones, but altogether, let's see, 3,885.
Потрясающе. Дайте им
So, wow, that's amazing. 3,380.
А я думала, вы нам еще что-то расскажете.
And I thought you were going to tell us something else. Oh, it's just because we already talked about it in the first service. If you read books, if you want to open up a library, if you have any ideas, please join us. And we would want to open up an organization where we can help more. And if you are very interested, please join us. And we cannot just only read these books, but we can also be helpful with them. Wow, that's amazing. Imagine 3,400 libraries all over Ukraine and the whole world. Over 3,000
Библиотек. Ну, представьте
libraries.
себе.
Imagine
Каждая улица можно
that
охватить.
basically every street can have a library, then every home. 3,800.
Мы изменим Украину.
We're going to change Ukraine, whether Ukraine wants it or not.
Александр, я хотела вас спросить, ну, видели здесь тренинг?
Елена, что с вашей речью?
Oh, are you okay?
Просто так говорю.
Well, nothing. I'm just speaking
Но
such a
можно
way.
говорить красиво.
But I can speak
Сколько из нас
much
имеют
better.
дефекты речи или
How
порой не
many
могут
of us
правильно
have
выразить мысли? Потому что мы не
defective
умные.
speech
Потому что, выходя
or
на
just
сцену, мы
can't say
напрочь
what we
забываем,
want?
что хотели
Or we
сказать,
just have
как
stage
это правильно
fright?
сделать.
Кому знакома такая
Who
ситуация?
knows this type of situation?
Смелее, смелее.
Come on, be brave. I know it's more than a few of you.
Поэтому
There are
я
a lot
хочу
of
дать
us.
слово сейчас
So I just want to give a word right now
Григорьеву.
to Alexander
Григорьев,
Grigoriev.
актер театра и
He is
кино,
an
режиссер,
actor,
президент
he's a
благотворительного
director,
фонда «Светлое мистецтво»,
and he's also
тренер,
part of our
консультант
church,
по
a
ораторскому
trainer, a
искусству
consultant,
и эксперт в
and an
сфере
expert
публичных выступлений.
in the
Александр
sphere of
Григорьев,
public speaking.
вам слово.
So you get the floor now.
Марк Туллий Цицерон однажды сказал:
Mark
«Не знаю
Cicerone
ничего
once said,
прекраснее, чем
I know
умение
nothing better
силою
than the
слова
ability
приковывать себе толпу
with
слушателей,
the word, with your mouth to attract a whole crowd,
направлять их волю
to
куда
influence them
хочешь
and
и
influence
откуда
their will
хочешь».
from where you want to
Мы
go.
умеем красиво мыслить,
We have the power to think well,
красиво
but we
говорить.
don't always have the power to speak
Как
well.
порой трудно высказать свою мысль
How hard it
или
is to say
содержание книги.
one's thought or what is written in a
Это
book.
основной навык для достижения успеха. Каждый
Each
человек, стремящийся
person
к успеху,
strives
приходит
for success,
к заключению
and it all
обучаться
comes to a
ораторскому
conclusion
искусству.
when it
Нельзя
comes to
побеждают не лучшие
being
идеи,
able to speak orally.
побеждают лучшие ораторы.
It's not the better people who win, but the better speakers who win. So learning how to speak well should be a goal of each person. Because if we want to be successful in this life, you should prepare for this. Each training at the University of Life has includes a course on public speaking. So if you are not very sure of your ability to speak on stage in front of people, please, you're very welcome. And my contacts, they can be found at the office.
2907. Александр Григорьев. Еще раз, 093 691 2907.
Теперь вы понимаете, как ему удалось уговорить меня с ним вместе.
And now you understand how he was able to persuade me to marry me. He has such an interesting speech. I just wanted to always listen to him. Well, well, it's time for humor and laughing. Because without humor and laughing, life would be very dull. So the head of this, Oksana Golovko.
Добрый день.
Good afternoon.
Сегодня с вами в студии
Today
Оксана Головко.
I am here,
Что
Oksana Golovko.
происходило за все время
What
создания
happened all these
университета
days
жизни?
before University of Life?
Какие стратегии разработаны
What
в этом
strategies
проекте?
were made
Кто
by the University of
стоит
Life?
за этим
Who
проектом?
stands here
Всё это
in front of the University of Life? You will
университета жизни.
hear all about this from the news in University of Life.
Специалисты-разработчики создавали проект университета
2 years
жизни.
ago, University of Life was born. Some people came, some people left, but there were those who worked silently
Нашего наставника, пастыря Сандея Аделаджа.
under the tutelage of our boss, Pastor Sunday.
Можете подумать вы, глядя на людей редакторов книг.
You could look at the editors and say, wow, they're so normal.
Это не тайное
And this
общество.
is the open
Это не
society. It's not hidden.
особенные и
They're not
гениальные
special or
люди.
geniuses.
Это те, кто приняли
There are those who
решение
took the
создавать
decision
историю
to
сегодня.
create history
И вы можете
in
видеть
themselves.
вокруг себя
And you can see them all
и не
around
знать,
you.
что эти
And not
люди
knowing
создают
that
свою
they
гениальность
are creating
каждый день.
their genius
Сообщество
every day.
редакторов собирается через вторник. А вот для чего?
Every other
Это вы
Tuesday,
узнаете, когда
the
посетите их мероприятие.
editors team meets.
Великие идеи рождаются не только в
And great
Силиконовой
ideas
долине.
are made not only in the Silicon Valley,
Верить в светлое будущее.
they're made with
И создают
great
его
enthusiasts
сегодня. Их
who
встречи не
are ready
тайные,
to
а для
take
всех
risks.
желающих. Собираются они через среду. Если вы еще не с нами,
if you are not with us yet, we will come to you. University of Life workers at 3 o'clock every Wednesday they meet. My idea disappeared. That's what the little kid yelled from across the street. But then people dressed very nicely came to him and changed his world. If you are in need of resources, then the University of Life will be able to help you with that. It can be found through smiles and a comforting voice. Every day during the breaks of the anniversary, you can see them in the social hub. You're being called in the door, and they're smiling. They're offering you something. But you're thinking with a stubborn heart to open or not to open. And in the people you see a kind door, Alla Furman, and you open the door. Alla Furman with her libraries was able to reach you.
Непонятные коды создали в университете жизни. Они их называют МММ. Ой.
And there are some unknown codes that have been shown in the house. SMN, which are able in social networks to repost. If you don't know how to become popular in the social sphere, I tell you to find a person with the last name Coronis, and they will help you how to become popular very quickly.
Проходя по коридору во время перерыва, не перепутайте социальный городок со столовой. Предлагаю вам оставаться
In the place where the cafeteria is, you can also be in our social hub, where you can find out many things about all the projects of our church. So we will see you soon. University of Life. University of Life gives answers to many problems, and they exist with everyone and every day. Problems are every day. People have problems. Because life is a battle, and we are made, and we are called to be winners in it. There, behind the wall, is my victory. Behind that thick slab of concrete, where no light comes through, the wall of facts, the wall of no, or the wall of come back tomorrow. There are no more victories today. And my hope cried because of the gray walls that wouldn't let me through. And he brought right from heaven through thunder. And he says, your victory is right there, right behind the wall. It is there. And that helped my hope. And through my hope came faith. And through my faith, God's wings came. And the wall that was there crumbled to dust. I'm not scared anymore of iron logic. Nothing can steal me anymore. My dreams cannot be broken. But all who come to me with fear say, I stand strong and I hold it in my own arms. I will believe until I get my success.
свет большого зала передо мной, но столько лет стена стояла.
That wall stood there for so many years, and I wondered, how long could it be there? And I kept on pushing as far as my strength allowed it. But the wall still remained. And I have to conquer it. And I was able to defeat it. And I will be able to while you're all with me. With me. My wall is made from hard material and not smoke. I don't need your lives. Again, the wall remains there. I have to conquer it. I will be able to defeat it. As long as you are all with me. And where's the wall now? It's not there anymore. And I'm able to come here on stage and I shout, build me a wall. I can conquer anything now. And once again, the wall stands. And I have to conquer it. And I will defeat this wall as long as you're all with me. As long as my God is with me.
Bravo, молодец.
Wow, that was amazing. Good job.
Невероятные таланты в университете жизни. Наталья Коляда.
That is one of the
Наталья
many
Коляда,
talents that are in our
руководитель
church. That was
отдела
Natalia
редакторов.
Kolyada, who is in charge of the Department
Вы
of
знаете,
Education.
кто такой Лев Толстой?
Do you know who
Это один
Lev Tolstoy is?
очень
He is
обиженный алкоголик, которого никто не понял. Он
He's a
сидел,
pretty
возле
big
мусорника и
alcoholic
говорил,
who would
«Так,
stand
товарищи, я хотел
near
написать
the
книгу «Война и мир». Сказали, война никому не
near the
интересна,
trash
миром
cans and
все
say,
присытились, ничего
I
не
wanted to write
написал».
this book called War and Peace,
Он
but he was told that
и потому
nobody
мы
likes to hear
знаем.
about war and nobody
Мы
believes
знаем
in peace.
людей из
But he
тех
still wrote
книг,
this book,
которые
and we
они
know
оставили.
characters
И, может быть,
from the book that were
кто-то из
left.
вас сегодня
And maybe some
имеет
of you
историю, которая
have a
потрясет
story
умы человечества.
that will
Кто-то,
shake mankind.
косноязычный, но Моисей был тоже косноязычный. Он
And
нашел
maybe you're
того,
scared
кто
of
умеет, и
speaking
изложил
like
свои
Moses,
мысли.
but
Нашел того,
Moses
кто
was able to
выразил
find
его
Aaron who would be able to
его мысли,
say what he
его
thought.
поручения. Пастор сказал, что не уйдет
Pastor
с
Sunday
земли,
said
пока
that
не
he will
оставит
not
этому миру 1000 книг.
leave this earth until he will leave
Книга
the
последняя,
earth with
которая
1,000
написана,
books. And the
называется
latest book that he
«Почему я
wrote
должен
is called
написать книгу?»
Why
Расскажите.
Should I Write a Book? Tell me about
Я
it.
должен выйти, да?
Да.
Oh, you want me to come out?
yeah.
Okay,
Пастор Sunday,
I'm ready.
Adelaja.
Pastor Sunday,
Приветствуем, друзья!
please welcome him.
Зачинщик
А чего доллар у вас гуляют здесь?
Доллары.
Это лежат деньги.
The start of these people, the
Вы
start
соберете
of
их,
this
не?
success.
Или они никому не нужны?
Does nobody need all this
Разбросал тут
fake money
Роман,
that
который играл с
Roman,
нами в игры.
who played this game with us? Wow, by $100. You must be really rich.
Почему я пишу книги?
So, why do I write books?
Вам необходимо написать свою.
Or, why do you have to write your own book? This is the very latest book. You may be seated.
Вы вопрос уже сами
So,
задали.
Okay.
you already asked the question yourself. Alright, so why am I writing this? Why do I write books?
Каждая глава здесь.
So each chapter, it explains why.
И есть эта книга.
And
Елена нам поможет.
maybe Yelena will help to read the chapters and I will explain.
Первая глава.
So chapter 1.
Когда вы пишете книги,
When you write books, do we have another book? Oh, it will be brought soon. Isn't that it right there?
да, только первая.
Yes, it is.
Заглавие. Третья страница.
We're going to read the forward,
Первая.
the table of contents.
Закристаллизуйте свою страсть.
Crystallize your passion. Do you have a passion for something?
Запечатляет эту
A
страсть.
book, it will keep this passion with you forever.
У нас были страсти.
And many of us had passions, but it's been ruined already. We've forgotten about it.
Дошли до такого.
Some people have gotten to the point where they don't even have any passion left, because they never wrote it.
Следующее.
Right, next.
Вот почему я пишу книгу.
That's why I write a book. Each one in my book hold one of my passions.
Следующее.
Next.
Пересекайте континенты и эпохи.
Благодаря моим книгам я живу
Cross over continents and eras. Because of this, I don't live in one lifetime.
на века.
I live for centuries to come.
Перехожу
I cross
не только
over
этот эпоху,
not only this era that I live in,
но благодаря книге
but thanks to
во многих
him,
других
thanks to these
эпохах.
books, I'll be able to live through my books in other areas. Not
Мои
just
книги английские, я потом
Ukraine though, but other
они во всех странах.
continents as well.
Я живу в Украине.
And look at all these foreigners that are here.
Жить во многих
They're able to read my
во многих
books
континентах
and come to Ukraine, even though I haven't left Ukraine in a couple of years.
одновременно.
So it helps me to cross over continents and eras.
Оставайтесь там, где вы не можете остаться.
Remain
Я побывал в Америке, но
where
я
you
не могу
can't.
остаться. Я был в Африке, я там еще не, я здесь, пока не могу там остаться. Благодаря моим книгам я остаюсь там, во всех местах.
Oh, you'll be able to remain where your physical body won't remain. So, for example, if I have a book in Los Angeles, my spirit will still be there even if my physical body is here.
Благодаря книгам моим я могу находиться здесь и путешествовать.
Thanks to
Вот
this
вы
book,
разъезжаете
I
по
can
неделе,
be everywhere.
вы
So
везете
all of you
меня
will
с
be
собой. Я
going back to your home
путешествую
cities
одновременно.
on Monday, and you'll be taking a part of me with you. Because I can be here and there at the same time.
Оставьте себя через книгу.
Через книгу
Weave yourself
я становлюсь незабываемым.
through the book.
Какой бы уже, что бы со мной
By
ни
these
случилось,
books,
да,
I become
что бы со
unforgettable.
мной ни вытворяли, что бы со мной не произошло, я уже незабываемый человек. Я
I'm an unforgettable person
потому что я оставил
because
себя
I
на планете Земля.
left myself on this earth through these books.
Инвестируйте себя единожды через книги.
И вы знаете, мы можем инвестировать деньги, мы можем
You know, we can invest money, we can
Самое,
invest
по-моему,
time.
достойное
I think the best
инвестиция
investment
это написать книгу.
is to write a
Потому
book.
что если книги, если я деньги инвестирую,
Because if I invest money, I can lose it. If I invest time, time runs out. But if I invest myself in a book, it will bring dividends, even if I won't be here.
Экономьте время через книгу.
благодаря тому, что я написал одну книгу,
You can economize money through it, money and time through it. So, because I write a book, I don't have to retell everyone the same solution to a problem. I've written it once, and now everybody can get it. So I don't have to repeat all my...
благодаря тому, что я написал книгу.
And even this, I don't have to answer this question anymore, because I wrote a book about it.
Создайте свою капсулу жизни.
Create your own time capsule. So what is a capsule? It is something that you take, but it has something inside of it. So when you take in a capsule like a pill, it has something inside of it. So the outer edge it dissolves, but what's inside is the important thing. So this knowledge that people take, they swallow it, but the knowledge and important part remains inside of them.
Насаждайте свою систему ценностей.
Create your own system of values. Every person has their own values. Coca-Cola has their own values. McDonald's has their own set of values. My books have my books are my values, because I write what I actually believe in through these books.
Станьте творцом нового менталитета.
Become creators of a new mentality. Thanks to these books, I create new people, new modern people. So I write a book in order to create a new nation. And I formulate new mindsets of people. So before you came to Embassy of God, you were one type of people. You drank, you smoked, you took drugs. But now when you came here, and talked to me, you have changed. Now you don't have to come to me. You can just read these books and you will be changed. Even if they have never seen me, it's amazing.
Измените традиции и устои.
Change the traditions of old. Because of these, you could say, I hated my mom, but now I have this book. Now I came home, I asked for forgiveness, and now we're just happy. She never saw me, but my book, it helped me change the tradition of their lives. And that is how it always is. And it will affect every other country. Bring positive changes into someone else's life. Positive changes. Who has ever read a book and that you just felt very good after it? Have you ever had that? At this time, maybe I was just at home sleeping. So I can make people feel good without having to stand up. Get friends outside of your comfort zone. Every day I receive letters from people I don't know. Thankfully, they read my book and they thank me. Become immortal. Thanks to these books, I will never die. Why? Because I didn't just leave one book. I plan on leaving 1,000 books. I'll be the first person on this earth to write 1,000 books. And you know, I'll speak about my goals later. You can increase your sphere of influence. Of course, this has influence. And all these 1,000 books, they will go in 1,000 different directions. 1,000 books. Every month they'll be able to affect me. Because every month I get maybe 2 or 3, and if it's a good month, 4 books. But when there'll be 1,000, it'll be like 1,000 every month. Change someone's life in one day. So even if a man reads just one chapter, his life will be changed.
Либо которые меня знают или не знают, либо которые живут в мое время, или когда меня уже не будет. Допустим, Льва Толстого говорили.
Be someone who lives in all eras. Because even though Lva Tolstoy died so many years ago, he is still being talked about today. That makes him a man of this era.
Share your mistakes, troubles, and hardships. You know, life is all about failures and success. And all of us will have both. But the main thing is what you are doing with your mistakes. Will you convert your mistakes to your lesson and the lesson for other people around? Therefore, there are many victories, but also There are many mistakes which are very valuable for the whole
Помогите
humankind.
кому-то начать действовать.
Help someone to start doing something. You know, thanks to these books, someone starts doing
Откройте
something.
Бога.
Open and reveal God for yourself. You know, thanks to these books, many people receive Jesus.
Потом откройте царство.
And then open up the heaven.
Откройте новые горизонты, знания,
Open new
переживания.
horizons, knowledge, and experiences. Do books give all that? I'm sure
Помогите
they do.
другим работать над
Help
собой.
many other people to work on themselves. Do you think books help to work on your character? Of course, they
Поделитесь
do.
мудростью и разумением.
Share your wisdom and comprehension of deep things. Do you acquire wisdom through books? Of course, you do. Does a book inspire?
Поделитесь
Of
болью,
course, it does.
взлетами и падениями.
Please share your failures and successes. It somehow repeats the previous chapter, and you know your mistakes help others not to repeat your mistakes. Amen.
Умножьте диалог со всеми
Multiply
поколениями,
dialogue
национальностями,
with
культурами
all
рас.
generations, cultures, and races. I have my books translated to English, German, French, and other many languages, and I'm just sitting here in Ukraine. Anyway, I have a dialogue with Japanese, German, French people, Americans, whatever, just because I've written these books.
Будьте спокойны.
Be quiet.
Глава называется «Будьте спокойны». Можно больше ничего.
Be quiet.
Просто книга позволяет вам жить в мире.
So, just this is the name of the chapter, yeah, because when you have the books with answers, you can have peace in your life. You don't need to worry. Just buy the book and you will get the peace.
Станьте революционером.
Become a revolutionary. Thanks to these books, you can transform countries, continents. People who transformed countries and history, they all read a lot of books and created them.
Есть том как там говорят, сочинение и том один.
There are many, you know, series of books, like a set of books which you may create from one book. Create your signal.
Стать, ну, брендом.
You can become a brand yourself thanks to your books. You can also air your views through your books.
Или это сказал Толстой.
And then many people can quote you through your books.
Вот что такое, вот почему я пишу книги.
This is why I write my books.
40 глав.
There are 40 chapters why I write books and why you need to write your own book. Give a round of applause, please. Have I answered your questions? Yes, thank you, Pastor.